Claire， 我今天很临时的决定要来录一支 vlog。我个人是没有做过可丽露，所以我是初学者。但是我因为超级喜欢吃可丽露，所以我想说就是可以试试看。然后我研究了一下食谱，发现就是可丽露是要放过夜的，可以先把面糊混一混，放进冰箱，这样子明后天如果有时间烘烤的话也比较方便。没错，那我们就赶快开始吧。
Let me feel your love again, 'cause I've been running round in circles screaming out your name. Take me to a different place, just the two of us and we can stay up all night, kissing under streetlights, doing what we want to, doing what we need to do, staying up all night, everything is alright. Oh, I wanna be with you, oh, I wanna be with you. Let me be that someone who can hold your hand. I don't even
这个很香哎，这个莱姆酒很像哈根达斯里面那个莱姆葡萄味道。
Oh, I wanna be with you, oh, I wanna be with you. Let me be that someone who can hold your hand. I don't even
做好了，目前是长这样子。然后我现在要把这个放进冰箱，食谱上是说可以在冰箱里放24到72小时。我觉得这个朗姆酒真的超级香。听吗？超多毛。养猫就是空气中会有各种飞毛。我现在要开始念书，因为我们下周2要考偷镜解剖学，然后范围超大。
Never thought it would be so hard. I grew up without a scar, just living my life with no big.
安妞。明天有一个 CPR 的 certificate 的 session， 然后下午的时候有一个 dental anatomy， 就是弄牙齿的那个钻洞，在 lab 的那个。我们明天是要做 class 1 prep， 就是在牙齿的咬合面的蛀牙的 prep。prep 就是把蛀牙钻掉的意思。那我们就今天先这样，我要去卸妆，然后睡觉。拜拜。嗨，大家早安。我其实整个还没有睡醒。黑咖啡比较糖比较干净，偏酸。我的猫想吃我的蛋黄酥。你吗？好吃啊！看你吃成这样，好吃啊！现在10点半，我的那个 session 在11点，所以我差不多要去弄一弄，然后就要出门了。那我等一下再跟大家讲话，拜拜。Hi。
I never thought breakups were pretty. You told a lie, I let you go. Started the words that I completed, but that was then, so long ago. I told you then, like I say now, that we were golden.
Any questions I need to start?
嗨，各位，我等一下来吃洛梨沙拉，是我自己乱加东西的那种，然后但我觉得还蛮好吃的，就是那个味道蛮配的。需要洛梨 spring mix 和醋酱，蔓越莓。
Meet me back here next year, and I'll
超
be
美的颜
fine
色，
by
这个
then.
洛梨。
We were on a high, but now we're letting go, and finding the way back is all I know.
我的这种 pecan 就是很大一个，所以就我只会放。
Myself, I'm finding just my own, so when we meet again, I'm fine.
我觉得洛梨搭配那种酸酸的东西都很好吃，像柠檬汁啊
I
什
go
么
to
的。
bed to get up early. I go to work and not much change. I met a girl and she's quite funny, but I'm not quite there, ready for love. It's been alright without you here, though it was better.
超好吃，我吃完了。猪肉容易有味道，所以就是这样子是最好去杂质的方式。我现在要把这个煮滚，然后滚了之后就可以放进排骨跟料，还有蒜头，然后再加一点盐巴就可以了。
I got this boy on my mind that I can't live without. Oh, his eyes are killing me. And he keeps talking about everything that he likes, and I can't stop.
I went up to her today to get feedback, and she's like, yeah, this is better. Why didn't it look like this in the first place? I'm like, I don't know, it's just my first time I'm learning.
This is like my second one, and I still like don't really know.
She's actually really nice though. Like she's like letting me work on the first one still. She's like, yeah, it's a little deep. As long as you don't go more than 3 millimeters, it's okay. You went into the buckle cuss. We should have gone into the groove. It's technically a failure. It's okay.
Man, I'm thinking about him all the time. I'm thinking about him all the time. I'm thinking about him all the time, all the time. And my heart's beating fast when he's looking like that. Oh, his smile is killing me. It's the way that he moves and the way that he laughs, so I can't get enough. Thinking about him all the time. I can get him off my mind. Oh, I want him to be mine, to be mine. My heart is saying yeah, 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 yeah. You know I want him now, 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 now.
It doesn't have the click anymore. It's okay. So this is okay. This is okay. It has a little click, but because you don't have hand instruments, you cannot really clean all of this up. It's going to come a little bit later. Because the wall is slanted.
Yeah.
And it's not straight like this wall here, see, it's very straight.
Uh-huh.
This wall is slanted, so the prep in this part looks shallow.
Yeah.
The only thing you can do is just put the slow speed again against this wall to kind of deepen like this edge right here. You see that? Number 20, that's fun.
虽然不是很完美，但是教授说就是这样可以。之后如果开始用其他的 hand piece 的话，再弄得更顺一点就好了。我刚刚去 locker 放东西，然后大家都在讨论就是头颈解剖学，因为我们下周要考试。嗨，大家，我又回来煮饭了。整个萝卜已经是煮透的颜色。晚餐炸酱面、煎蛋、杏鲍菇随便乱做的，跟刚刚煮的汤。
난리 날 거야. 내일 나가잖아? 그럼 주리가 나한테 반말.
시선?
오늘 꼭 해야 될 일이 있어. 무슨 거지?
무슨 거 찍고 싶어?
鱼丸萝卜汤。
엄마 상대로
Maybe I shouldn't call you or leave a message at all. So I'll try to be patient, 'cause nothing's written on the wall. Yeah, it's too soon to mention how I've begun to
文
feel
章都放好了，
that I
用的
want
很
your
刚好，
attention.
希望可以
This
成
time
功。
it is for real. Oh baby, love me like you did last night. I wanna hold you till the morning comes. Oh baby, love me like you did, love me like you did. Oh baby, kiss me till I see the light, like you did last night. Like you did last night. Could it be that I'm lucky?
它整个没有长高啊，还是走。
Someone who is just as crazy as me, or is it just in my mind? Yeah, it's too soon to mention how I've begun to feel that I want your attention. This time it is for real. Oh baby, love me like you did last night. I wanna hold you till the morning comes. Oh baby, love me like you did, love me like you did.
刚刚看那个可丽露，就是像你们看到的，不知道为什么，就是中间是有一点黑黑咖咖啡啡的，跟我在网络上看人家做的好像不太一样，感觉我上面的火温度太高，不知道。这是我第一次用这个烤箱做甜点，所以我跟它不是很熟。颜色。哇！太感动了吧！太感动了吧，各位！各位，不知道好不好吃？摸起来是硬的。我好紧张，我超级怕失败。啊，切歪了。好，至少咔咔咔的声音，感觉是。你好像还可哎、可是我觉得还不错。我刚刚点的，我前几天一直在 crave， 超级想吃莲藕糯米糯米莲藕。对，然后我不知道这家好不好吃，想说可以买来吃吃看。麻辣干锅，感觉这有点油。Oh my god！ 它整个弄出来了，我的脚整个弄到了，超级夸张。我觉得很明显，就是在纽约点 Uber Eats 或是点其他外送，比之前我在波士顿就是出包的几率高很多。这个 delivery 整个洒出来，然后整个油就是我刚刚沿路这样子倾过来。但是 Uber 感觉也知道这件事，所以他们直接有一个选项就是食物被打翻，然后你就直接点那个，你连跟客服讲都不需要。我感觉就是因为这件事发生太多了。
Baby 24/7